Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'm your instructor Joy. Let me first play a tune for you. This was beginning of the famous Mendelssohn Violin Concerto. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for your continued support here, also in my Patreon page, booking lessons with me, volunteering with your time, and sending me kind questions, comments, sharing your knowledge on the feedback of YouTube and elsewhere, such as Facebook. I really appreciate. So this very famous beginning of Violin Mendelssohn Concerto is a beautiful, but at the same time it's a nerve-wracking and very uncomfortable start for a violin soloist. So I thought this would be a great example to show you how one could make the extension or high position playing in this, which is all about it at the beginning. I'll show you some tips about extension in general to make your extension playing a bit easier, and this has been very successful in my studio as well as with myself, so I hope you can try it yourself and benefit from it as well. So let's first understand the difference between shifting and extension. When we talk about shifting is when you move your entire hand from one position to the next, whether it's up or down. So make sure you take your thumb, the beginning from here. Sorry. That was a great example of the shifting. So I have to turn my hand a bit because the hand position changes as you go higher, but ultimately you take your entire hand. That's shifting. Extension is you keep your hand in one position, you stretch a finger. It can be pinky, first finger reverse extension, or any other fingers horizontally. The hand can be adjusted tiny bit, tilting each way or changing the shape, but hand itself, left hand frame itself, stays in the same position. So that's when we call it an extension or left finger extension. The great example here, the first one from one, that's a great example of very first extension. Now, when it comes to extension, most of the reason why we have hard time reaching it high enough, and often we tend to play short and flat, is because we try to stretch just the pinky in this case. And the thing is, if you just work with a finger itself but not the entire hand, there's only so much the pinky can stretch. Maybe F sharp, a little flatter F sharp, I can do that one, but I cannot do. I have to go all the way to G. So now, in order to do extend, two things has to happen. The previous finger, whatever the finger note before extension finger, the fingertip has to be light. In this case, the first finger. Light fingertip. I could keep it down and anchored, but make sure the fingertip gets light so that I can support the extending finger. That's first thing. Second thing, sure, in extension we keep in left hand position, the same position, but you can adjust your left hand position to help your note to play better. In this case, normally when we place our hand, the knuckle of the left hand lies about the same horizontal line as a fingerboard. But for the extension, try to lower the part of the hand where you're extending. So I'm extending with a pinky, so I'm going to lower the hand near the pinky. That will help me. So when I do that, two things happen. When I do that, by doing that one, I'm helping to make the shift the finger pressure from 1 to 4. And therefore, the first fingertip gets naturally light. And also, I can go quite far. I can go B to G, or if I want higher, I can go even further. Well, kind of. So just to show you, it can go quite far. So the key is this one. So simply, while keeping your left hand in the same position, just lower your part of your extending finger. In this case, fourth finger. Like that, yeah, just tiny bit. Now sometimes that's not enough, like this. I want to go from 1 to E. I can lower the hand, but I lower quite a bit, and then E is a little short, and I can lower, but there is more lower that I can lower. There's no more room that I can lower it without falling apart or getting rid of or leaving the fingerboard. So this is my tip that I want you to try. Instead of lowering the part on your one part, try to lower the entire hand. And then you will soon see, naturally the first finger, the previous fingertip gets lighter, and also it gives a lot of room to stretch. You see how far I can go? I can keep going. It goes quite far. So what I did was I lowered the entire hand. Then you're wondering, but why don't we always lower the hand and then we can always shift? The problem with lowering entire knuckle is because you're out of the left hand frame and it does not work for the other notes. So as soon as you're done, you need to neutralize your hand, meaning bring back to left hand frame where it was. So extension, back, lower extension, back to neutralized position. Yeah. So I hope you can try this one yourself. This one may be simple, but it releases a lot of tension, make a lot of job much easier, and save you a lot of practicing time. I hope you can experience that one yourself. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching and hope to see you again. Bye bye.